How wicked step parents are made. So this is a discussion thread, which you'll see some engagement at the bottom. My stepdad was so mean, in quotations. My stepmom tried to be our mom, in quotations. I'll never forgive my mom for staying with a guy who didn't like us, in quotations. I could tell my stepmom wished it was just her and my dad and their kids, also in quotations. We hear laments like this all the time on this subreddit from step parents who grew up as step kids. Spend 5 minutes reading the posts and you'll see how these step parents ended up acting like that. Wicked step parents are forced to be that way by bio parents who refuse to fucking parent their kids. Your stepdad got mad at you because your mom never made you follow the rules. She was afraid you'd go live with your dad, or she was lazy, or she was traumatized by other relationships. Who knows? Bottom line, he had to be the bad guy all the time. Your stepmom tried to be your mom because nobody else was doing it. Somebody had to teach you to put your crap away and do your laundry and take care of yourself. Many teenagers are gross. I'll say this. Most of the stories that I've heard and the discussions I've had with men, and my own personal experience, is they're bratty kids. They're just crap kids. And what she's talking about here is got some truth to it, right? Put your crap away. Many teenagers are gross just by nature, the age hormones. Your stepmom wanted you to help clean, take care of yourself. Your stepmom, like most moms, was tired of doing all the work. Your mom stayed with a guy who didn't like you because raising kids is hard. It's been said, and I've mentioned this many times, a lot of the gals you see on dating apps that are single mothers, they're not generally looking for love. They're generally looking for help. Kids are messy and teenagers are straight up mean to their parents. They were, you were doing your best. They were doing their best. They stayed because a different step parent couldn't make tough times go away. Please cut step parents some slack, please. Your stepmom wished it was just her and your dad and their kids because when you weren't there, she didn't have to be the bad guy all the time. We want the kids to have a happy home. We really do. I'm sorry, but a huge part of that is rules, chores, and everybody helping each other. It's boring, but it's true. So many step parents are forced to shoulder huge parenting burdens because the bio parents are Disney dads and attachment moms who don't know how to say no, and we become resentful. I used to be chill, compassionate, fun person. I can't be and do that. Be the house bad guy anymore. So you get the idea. This is like a bit of a build up to what it is that creates this avatar. Okay, so here's one. If me and my, I think this is Amber, so this is a gal. If me and my significant other broke up, I would never date someone with children again. It's so freaking hard. So hard. It's just not your relationship together. It's your relationship with the kids. Parenting dilemmas and differences, the awkwardness, not getting any space, feeling like your home isn't your own, not wanting to overstep, not knowing what your role is, the ex constantly being there. It's not a perfect little family dynamic that you're joining. It's just really freaking hard. Edit. Wow, I didn't expect this much support from you guys. Misery always loves company, right? Let's just go through some of the comments. One of my rules was not to date someone with kids. And then my first relationship, he has a kid. I will also never date anyone with a kid again. It's too much. I'd rather be single if that's my only option. It also seems the older you get, the harder it is to find someone you click with that doesn't have kids. You know what most guys experience is generally, and again, people don't like to hear this, but I don't sugarcoat stuff. The gals come with, in my experience, and the guys that I've talked to, a lot more baggage. If it's usually not just kids. It's multiple kids, sometimes from different fathers, a collection of pets, not just a pet, a collection of pets. And that's problems. That's bad news bears. I know that this post is from a gal saying that it's different or that it's difficult. Fine. But it's not easy from any side of the equation. This one here says it's time. You know if this is a gut Catalang Kate. I don't know. I'm assuming it's a check. I guess we'll find out. Can't do this anymore. I've lost myself. This is why I never dated. I've never broken up with anyone, and I don't know how, let alone leave his 3 kids. So this is a woman. Been together for 4 years. We're both 37, and now the kids are 8, 13, and 14. I love him and like the kids. You notice how she says, I love him, but I like the kids. I don't love the kids. I just like them. But it's impossible to parent the kids how we want when their mother is just awful. Everything we work on over here is reversed by her actions almost daily. The house is in chaos. It's always yelling and fighting when they're there. That's not how I grew up. On top of this, my boyfriend hasn't worked in almost a year. Ooh, that's gonna sting. This chick's on the way out right away, I can tell. He hasn't worked for almost a year. He got hurt at work and was on workers' comp until October this year. But when they asked him to go back, he declined. He's been applying everywhere. So they asked him to go back. That's going to piss her off. He's been applying everywhere and hearing nothing back. I make damn good money. I work from home. I have a stable career for 14 years in one company. And I can't sit here and watch him play video games and scroll his phone anymore. We have a house full of projects that need to be done. He barely does the dishes and cleans. I've purchased so many things to improve this house, and nothing's been done. I get more things done while working than he does all day not working. He's so invested in politics. That's why he's looking at a day in and day out on his phone. I wish he cared for anything as much as he does politics. Breaking up with him means a lot of work. I've basically replaced everything in his house because it was filthy when I met him. Okay, so she moved into his house. I will be leaving everything I bought for the family, but I will be taking my bed and everything in the room. I feel cruel. This feels awful, especially leaving him at a time when he doesn't have a job or other childcare. However, I need to put myself first for once. For once, I deserve this. I don't have anywhere to live right now. It's a priority. The guy sounds like a bum. This isn't very thought out post, but I just blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got involved with a bum. The guy can't hold a job, didn't want to go back to work when they offered him a job. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel? Hit subscribe.